Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
All right, in this video, I want to share with you my thoughts on, I think, a pattern that I see developing with people who get in touch with me. And I call it escapism. Escapism in the form of wanting to migrate to another country for a better life, or wanting to start a business, or change their job, or maybe even want to get married or break off a relationship and go to another one. Why? Because they feel, oh, my life is going to be so much better. So I'll give you my thoughts as to when is it okay to take such decisions, and when you really need to sit and ask yourself, wait, am I trying to find an easy way out? Because remember, it's always like jumping from the frying pan into the fire. All right, so I'll give my thoughts about this. Feel free to let me know your thoughts and comment down below, because I always read it. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Loy Machedo. I'm a personal branding strategist. I help people get well-paying jobs in the Middle East, especially UAE, Dubai. Was there for 40 years. That's why Middle East, I know the market. And then people also ask me about Canada, Australia, parts of Europe, UK, and parts of USA. I have my contacts, connections there, so they give me the real information. And finally, people book my services for coaching, consulting, half an hour, 1 hour, whatever. Details are put down below. Okay. Now, I'm pretty sure if you have spoken to your friend, relative, or colleague, and there's always this conversation that comes up, why don't you go to the Gulf? Gulf as in Middle East. Why don't you go migrate to Canada? Why don't you migrate to USA? What about getting a job in overseas? And most of the popular destinations, the most obvious ones are Canada, Australia, Europe, like I said, UK. And then you also have people trying to get a job in US. And the reason is very simple. What you'll earn in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka is in its local currency, rupees or whatever, the currency is. But when you go abroad, you get paid either in its local currency, that is dirhams or dinars, or even US dollars or euros, which is fairly much more. And remember this, the minimum salary scale per hour or whatever rate in a third world country is very, very less, very minuscule compared to the minimum wage in USA. Like in USA, maybe, or Europe, I'm just saying, it can be $7, $8. But the same in, let's say, Afghanistan or Sri Lanka, maybe it's a whole day's salary. $8 is for the whole day. $10 is for the whole day. So there you get paid per hour. Yeah, I understand this taxes, standard of living, that all keep it aside. But you get the idea why people want to migrate. Okay. And obviously, when you send money back home, it translates 30 times more, so you have much more options. That is why people go abroad, work very hard, save maximum, and when they come back home, they build a house, they buy a land, they have a better life. But now, here's where the problem starts. I've noticed, I'm pretty sure you have also noticed this, there are many videos and articles circulating around that people have either been deported, people have been kicked out, even people who have got through legal channels, they have decided to leave the country and come back to their home country. And they say, life is very bad. I was just flipping burgers. I was just cleaning the streets. I was hardly saving anything. I was working 2-3 jobs, struggling. There are even people who used to, before, have this fascination about going to the Middle East. And they say that I was treated like a slave. I was treated like a dog. Back home in my country, I'm a boss. I can say no whenever I want. I can work whenever I want. So you hear this. And then the confusion begins that Is it actually better to migrate or not to migrate? Okay, so the answer to this is, uh, on what basis did you make the decision to go abroad? See, always keep in mind, uh, my story is not going to be your story. His story is not going to be the other person's story. Every single person is different. Upbringing, skills, education, personality, which part of the country, which part of the, which city. There are so many variables. But I think the most important one is, are you trying to escape? Are you looking at the easy way out? I speak to some people who have never invested in their skills, never invested in their personality, never never wanted to work hard, but they want an easy life. And then they think, oh, if I go to Canada, life is going to be much better. No, my dear, if you migrate and you're an immigrant, you have to work 3 times, 4 times, 5 times harder, maybe, than the normal person. Maybe you'll have to work 5 times harder than what you're working in your own country. Like, I'll give you a good example. My job that I do. See, right now it is exactly 12 o'clock. Huh? Exactly 12. Let me show you. See, exactly 12. That is night. Night. Okay. My wife is sleeping. My baby is sleeping. What you do not know, today I was actually very busy. My previous videos will tell you that my pet that I bought for my wife and baby died. So the whole day I was up and down. And then when I came back home, I was tired. I went to sleep. And then when I wanted to start a video, my sugar went down. And then obviously ate something, took rest. I was not feeling into the zone. And then by the time the new pet that I ordered came, so there was a little excitement. So I couldn't actually make the video when I wanted. The whole day went. I was not able to make a video, but I was determined I will make the video. And lo and behold, now this is my third video. And after I finish this, after the video is over, then comes the editing, then comes the uploading. And by the time I sleep, it most probably will be maybe 4 or 5 in the morning. Okay. And then I have to get up in the morning because my baby has to take her vaccination. Okay. So might have to drive down. Now, fortunately for me, I love my job. I love what I do. I'm doing what I'm passionate about. But I work harder than the normal person. Very, very hard. People generally work 8 hours and they switch off. My work is 24/7. 24/7. Anywhere I go, if I find something that I can take a video, I'll take a video. Like the one video which I still have to upload is, we decided to eat outside in a new restaurant. And I just said, let's go. But then back of my head is like, man, this is a golden opportunity for you to make a YouTube video and share with the community and get a little bit of mileage. So then immediately I started making my video camera, everything ready. So even though we went to enjoy, relax, and have food, I was still working there. And after we came back again, transferring files, editing. My work is 24/7. If in case, let's say I'm planning to, this has happened many times. We have decided to go for, let's say, our outing, or we'll eat food. Okay. And this time I'll not take a video camera. I'll go to relax. And I get a message. A client says, hey, I want to book a session with you. Immediately, I'll stop, turn back, come home. My wife knows that. I've even cancelled a holiday when I got a VIP client with a project. Cancelled the airline ticket, everything, because it was a big project. I just sent my wife and I said, you go, I'll come back later. Lucky for me, I enjoy what I do. I love, it's a privilege. But I can assure you this much, I'm working much more harder than a normal average person. Just like me, there are people who run a business. They have to work like this. Just like me, there are a lot of creators, content creators, social media, whether online, offline. It's a 24/7 job. It looks glamorous. It looks fun. But it's a lot of hard work. Now, why am I sharing this? It's to tell you that, you have this new generation, the younger. Oh, I want to be a YouTuber. Oh, I want to be an Instagram influencer. Oh, I want to be, on TikTok and all that. The amount of effort, the amount of hard work, the amount of creativity, the amount of rejection, the amount of criticism, so many people burn out. You'll see this. You can just Google search, just type out burnout, or even in some cases, people have even committed suicide. They can't take it anymore. Some people have even uh, given up on their dream. There are many YouTubers, many Instagrammers, many social media influencers who have said, there was this guy who took my coaching consulting for a couple of years. And next thing you know, he has copied word for word everything that I was a personal branding strategist. He positioned himself as a business branding strategist. Whatever I did, he copied it. Now, obviously, at that time, I was a little irritated, but I think I realized that, you can copy whatever I'm doing. You need to get the results, right? You need to make this money, right? Unfortunately for him, he was smart, he was young, but he didn't have the experience I had. I had, I think, literally 15, 20 years ahead of him. He was hardly in his 20s. He didn't have the public speaking capacity. He didn't know how to sell. He didn't have real world experience. Because if you're going to give someone business advice, you better have some business experience. You can't give theory. And, when he asked me, he said, "Don't feel bad, sir, this, that." I'm not going to feel bad. You do what you have to do. 5 years later, he got in touch with me. My group members know this. He's completely bankrupt. He has spent all the money he had. He spent all the savings his father had for him. He even made his parents sell off his property and give him the cash. Lost everything. And now he's gone back to the corporate world. And he has to start from zero. And he's completely lost. I told him, I told you this 5 years ago. Because he thought, oh, I don't want to work for someone, don't want to take shit from someone, don't want to have a boss and be a slave to the corporate world. My dear, you're going to be a slave anyway to the business world. And you give all these excuses and say, no, I don't want, I want freedom and this. Yeah, freedom, for that you need to make money, right? So, see, I'm not trying to put cold water on your dreams, aspirations, whatever they are. Whatever they are, go ahead and give it your best shot. And I'm not saying going to Canada, going to Australia, going to US is a bad idea. It has its pros, it has its cons. Just because you migrate doesn't mean it's the end of all your problems. It's the beginning of brand new set of problems, and maybe even worse. Okay? And remember this much, that you're not the only one who's going to go there. And there are a lot of people who may not like you coming there. Just like your own country, if you have poor immigrants coming there, you don't feel very comfortable. That's a reality. And what people don't speak about, racism, sexism, favoritism, politics, and many of the things that happen, they don't show online. Like Canada's economy, it's complete disaster right now. It's worst. It's one of the worst under Trudeau. But you'll not hear anyone talking about it. And many people, or most people are the mature ones. They're not on social media. They don't advertise or display their dirty laundry. They're going through very tough times. I talk to people one-to-one. And even about business, people say, I'll be my own boss. I'll call the shots. I have the freedom. I get up when I like, sleep when I like. Yeah, all that is fine. But even though you can sleep when you like, you can get up when you like, you will not sleep. Like, for example, me, it's 12 o'clock. I can sleep right now. I can play a video game. Who's there to question? I have a video game. I have so many ways I can enjoy. I can even go out and have fun. I can eat a burger. Yeah, who's going to earn? Where is the guarantee that I'm going to make money tomorrow? Day after tomorrow? What about after that? Expenses are permanent. Incomes, who is the guarantee? So, don't take life for granted. Don't think that you're smarter than the system. Don't assume that your past equates your future. because you're successful in the past, you're going to succeed now. And don't think that if I go there, or even marriage for that matter, there are so many guys, sir, I want to get married. Okay, why you want to get, so I'll be so happy after. My dear, after you get married, you would 100% wish you are single. There are so many bloody challenges. Money is the least of them. It's the most important, but the least. There are so many other variables, relatives, responsibilities, uh, you know, your time, your privacy, uh, uh, sacrificing your dream, sacrificing what you want, providing for them, putting them as most important than you. It's not a joke. People think, oh, after I get married, oh, I can have someone take care of me, easy sex and romantic life. No, you're mistaken. Better than that, just have a girlfriend for half an hour or pay someone, and that's much better. Marriage is not a solution, my dear. It's the beginning of a lot of problems. So, migration, marriage, both are M. Then changing your job, starting a business. Please. And, stop sending me these questions. Which is the best business to start right now? What is the best thing to do right now? Which is the best career? There's no such thing as best career, best this thing. Yeah, there is something like if you were to specialize in a technology that is getting outdated, then obviously you would be without a job. Like for those of you who are born in the 80s, you would know that when it was 1998, 1999, there was this hula fear of the Y2K. You can search this online. People thought in the year 2000, everything would reset. Computers would shut down, technologies would go off, electricities, because the technology wouldn't work, there'd be no electricity, no water. And they started off with these courses, Y2K, and people were even putting on their resume, Y2K compliant, Y2K certified. And people spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on these courses. Guess what? Year 2000 came, nothing happened. Computers didn't shut down and nothing happened. And all these poor guys with all this certification and outdated. People have even tried Six Sigma, then ISO 9000, sort of being an auditor, this, that. You just don't know when it's just a trend. Even cryptocurrency for that matter. People thought, oh, I'm a cryptocurrency expert and all. Now, after that trend, now people have started AI. They are AI experts. Before that, it was SEO expert, digital marketing expert, social media marketing expert. Oh, I know Google's algorithm. Yeah. Google is a trillion dollar valued company, $1 billion revenue. They have the highest number of PhDs and thinkers. They have the most expensive AI in the world. And you, sitting in a piddly little room, knows Google and is better than Google. Yeah. So you can only fool yourself, not the world, for too long. Overall, what I want to conclude by telling you this is, stop looking for easy way out. Stop looking for escapism. Even girls who are literally trying OnlyFans, sex, wanting to marry a rich guy, it will backfire. Yes, there are some girls who do manage to get rich sugar daddies and they get married to the right guy and their life is happily ever after. I've told you about my neighbor here, massage lady. She got a multi-millionaire at the age of 40. She was not even beautiful. But today, she keeps bragging about every day she buys new gold and car and house and this and that. My wife was telling me, see, she's so lucky. I said, yeah, you try. How many females can say the same? It's all luck, man. If you win a lottery ticket, yay, I'll also buy a lottery ticket. Doesn't mean you'll get one. I think people need to be practical. So, in conclusion, what I want to tell you is, luck is, it feels good to be lucky, whether it's a lottery ticket, right partner, right lover, marriage partner, career, country, whatever. If you can be a multimillionaire, billionaire, fine. But the majority of us, 90%, 99%, will all be struggling. 80-20 principle, let's take. We'll be struggling to make ends meet. We'll not have a miserable life, but we have to work hard. So even if you do think of migrating, getting married, whatever, remember this much. Maybe it'll backfire. Maybe it'll be from jumping from the frying pan to the fire. And then you may not have any other escape route. So take life seriously. Avoid escapism. Stop looking for an easy way out. And mentally tell yourself, I will work very, very hard, no matter where I am, and try to be the best of what I can be with what I have. And I think if you do that, you'll achieve success. And yes, it doesn't harm to get proper guidance from the right sources, whether it's a mentor, whether it's a coach, whether it's a trainer, whether it's someone who has accomplished more than you, if he can guide you. All right? You guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Good, bad, ugly. Feel free. It's me signing off. Take care.